Hey, this is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. Let's have some fighting words. In this video, I wanted to have a fight breakdown for Issac Cruz and his up-and-coming bout against Gamboa. So here we go. I'm just jumping right on into it. Actually, before I go any further, as always, if you're liking what you're hearing, if you want to hear more content, and if you want to hear more fighting words, please like, please share the videos, and please subscribe to the channel. I want to get as many subscribers as I can. I want to do some lives. I want to do a lot of things. But unfortunately, they take thumbs up, they take likes, and it takes subscribers. So please share the videos. Please like the videos. And on my end, I will definitely produce a whole lot more for you. But without further ado, let's jump into this fight breakdown for Issac Cruz, the Pitbull. So first thing that I've always noticed about Issac Cruz, I've had my eye on him for maybe about a year. I just kind of know about him. Well, a little over a year, I'm sorry. Before the Tank fight, I saw him. And defense, everything about him is defense. Whoever taught him where he learned the right way. A lot of people just focus on offense and they'll train you on offense. And especially if you're a heavy hitter, you're a heavy-handed puncher, they're going to just say offense, offense, offense. But you can get clipped too. I don't care how heavy-handed you are. Mike Tyson went down. Sonny Liston went down. You know, like, it doesn't matter just because you're heavy-handed. That doesn't mean you're exempt from getting clipped yourself. So whoever taught him, they taught him correctly. They taught him defense. And he is never without defense. Always hands up. Always perfectly positioned. Always balanced, always a low center, wide stance. When he punches, he tilts from side to side. So if he punches over here, he's all the way offline. He punches over here, he's all the way offline. And what's interesting about that is, besides the fact that he's just a great body puncher, is he stands on the tips of his toes when he's doing that. So again, with that balance, it's almost like a ballet person or something like that, for him to have such balance and get on his toes when he's doing those hard punches and he's tilting. So not just imagine being off center, he's off center with his toes. He's standing on his toes. It's not staying on his flat foot, it's his toe. And he's generating so much power because his whole entire body is into those punches. And it's just side to side. Everything he does has a whole body tilt, has a whole body swivel. And because of that, he just generates a lot of impact, a lot of power. You don't just see him throw an uppercut. He completely tilts his body and comes into it. It's almost as if he's following his fist all the way through the punch. That's why he's generating all that power. That's why he's the Pitbull, because he knows how to use what he has. He doesn't have the longest limbs or anything like that. He doesn't have a whole lot of reach, but man, what he does have, he uses and he utilizes to the fullest extent. I believe in this fight, the secret weapon is going to be that uppercut. I feel like, Tank is just a strong individual. He took a few of those uppercuts. But I don't foresee Gamboa. Gamboa is a very strong guy. He's been down more than once in his career, and he always finds the strength and the fortitude to get back to his feet. But I do believe this is I think the Tank fight was the arrival of Issac Cruz. I think this will be the breakout fight of Issac Cruz, because I personally believe he's going to retire Gamboa in this fight. I think he has all the tools to do so. Gamboa has, he's been a shell of himself. Although he still is dangerous. I don't want to make it seem like this is going to be some easy run-of-the-mill fight, because I don't believe it is. Especially the way Issac Cruz fights. He has to get close in order to be effective. So I don't want to make it seem like, Gamboa is just a dead fish in the sea and the shark is coming after him. I don't think Gamboa is ever like that, and I don't think his mentality is that, But I foresee that uppercut being very dangerous, a very dangerous weapon that will be utilized in a lot. And if it is not the weapon that starts the end for Gamboa, it's definitely going to be the weapon that ends it for Gamboa. Let's see. Where do I go? So the thing about Isaac Cruz is when you look at him, like I said, he's a very aggressive fighter, but he's only aggressive when he feels he's in position to do some damage. He's actually a very patient fighter. If you watch him as he closes distance, he's just very patient and he just ekes forward. It's not like he takes full steps or anything like that. He just ekes forward, ekes forward, ekes forward. He's not bobbing, weaving. He's not doing anything. Like if you just throw a jab at him or something, he'll just move a little slower toward you. But he's not like flinching or anything like that. He's not fainting either. He doesn't do any of that until he's in striking distance, which number one just shows me how much sparring this kid is doing, because he doesn't have the fear or of anything coming at him. But it also lets me know, in his mind, you better do what you can before I get close, because I'm going to rip you to shreds. Because clearly that's what he's thinking. And he's a destroyer. This kid is a destroyer. I can't say enough nice things about Isaac Cruz when I watch him fight. I am so utterly impressed with him. And, this is going to be a good one, people. This is definitely going to be a good one. But like I said, he's a very patient fighter. And I think he's going to need that patience to fight Gamboa. Because, like I said, Gamboa has been down several times, but he's gotten up several times. Gamboa is somebody you just can't count out, because he will not quit. He will continue to get back to his feet. He will beat that standing 8 count, and he will get back in the fight. So his patience is going to be key, because a lot of times you'll see a guy who, will go down and it's just like, oh, I got to pounce on him. And the guy's not finished yet. Yeah, you hit him with a good one, but he's not dazed. He's hurt. Being hurt and being dazed are two different things. And somebody is hurt, they can still see what's coming at them. They can still react. They can still tie you up. All those things. They can still get away. They can run. They can do a lot of things. Or they can fire back. If they are dazed, more than likely, they're not doing any of those things. They don't know what's going on. Their head is up in the clouds, and it's spinning around. They don't know what's going on. And it's easier for you to take them out. When you see Gamboa on the canvas, he's hurt. He's not dazed. At least the times that I've seen him on the canvas, he's hurt. He's not dazed. That's the reason why he can continue to fight. That's the reason why he can get back in the fight. That's the reason why he can go down, get up, and then throw a shot. And next thing you know, he's on the offensive. Because he's not dazed, he's hurt. And that patience of the Pitbull is going to be very important, to know the difference between dazed and hurt. To know when to pounce and when to just chill and go back to your jab or go back behind the guard. It's going to be very important, because Gamboa is very athletic. That dude, he still has some spring in his legs. He's very athletic. So if you just think you're just going to put him down and he's not going to get up swinging, you got another thing coming. He will get up swinging. Tank knows that. Terrence Crawford knows that. He's definitely going to get up swinging. He's not just going to take, that beating. And don't think he's not going to try to retaliate or get some get back on that, because he will. Let's see. This fight, I think, is going to be a very dramatic finish. I really do. I think, and the finishes that the Pitbull has had in the past have all been very dramatic. I don't foresee this being any different. I think this, like I said, this is going to be the real breakout of Isaac Cruz, and I think it's going to be a very dramatic finish. Possibly something like, a Conlon going out the ring, it's going to be a very dramatic finish. I do see him finishing Gamboa. I don't think it's going to be easy. But I do see something very dramatic happening. What I don't want Isaac Cruz to do is let Gamboa make it to the championship rounds. I don't want that. One, it builds confidence. Listen, if you've already made it to round 8, it's like, I only got a few more to go. I only got 4 more to go. I can do this. And he's a champ. He's an ex-champ. He's, like, he can do this because now it's a mental game. I can do this. I can will myself into the 12th round. Not a problem. So you don't want that. But on top of that, Gamboa is a vet. So that means he has veteran tricks. You don't want him to get to the deep and then start pulling out these tricks out of his hat. Start doing this and doing that and setting traps and tying up here and not letting you get off. You don't want that. You don't want that. So that's another reason why we don't need to go to the deep. We don't need to go, let's just keep it in the shallows and do what we got to do here. But let's not go to the deep. Because the reality is he is a veteran. The reality is he knows what he's going up against. He knows Isaac Cruz is very dangerous. He knows Isaac Cruz is very dramatic. He knows he hits hard. He knows he's an amazing body puncher, which he is, an amazing body puncher. He doesn't need that. But what I have, well, I'll save that for when I do the Gamboa breakdown. But that's something he doesn't need. Isaac Cruz doesn't need to make it to those late rounds. One, I think with this, if he can finish Gamboa early, it makes such a statement. It really does make a statement because Tank couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. If you finish him, it's like, number one, I'm the first guy to technically, unequivocally finish this man. But on top of that, I did it early. I did it in 4. The referee stopped your fight, and I was like in the 10th or whatever the case was. I did it in 4 all by myself with no help from the referee. There was no standing 8 count, and he waved it off. There was no TKOs. It's a knockout. I did it. And again, putting people on notice. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Gamboa is washed up, so who really cares if Isaac Cruz can finish him in the 4th? Yeah, that's true. But, Terrence Crawford, who's considered one of the pound-for-pound best, couldn't do it in 4. Tank couldn't do it. And Tank is slowly becoming, in my opinion, should already be on the pound-for-pound list. But he couldn't do it. So if Isaac Cruz does it, it is making a statement, whether people like it or not, and whether people think Gamboa is washed up or not, doesn't matter. It would still make a statement. Simple as that. Another thing I would say for Pitbull is do not let Gamboa get off first. Gamboa, again, is more athletic than Isaac Cruz. He has more spring in his legs than Isaac Cruz. He can move around quicker than Isaac Cruz, just with his legs, I mean. Don't let him get off first. Do not let him get off first. I can't stress that enough. Don't let him get off first. And don't let him set the distance. Cruz needs to be close in order to be effective. If you set some jabbing distance, it's going to be a problem. And it's going to be a longer fight than anticipated. And it probably will go the distance. And the reality is, Isaac Cruz is not that effective if he's not that close. If I can keep you at distance, I could possibly win this fight just on points alone. But keep in mind, Gamboa still has some pop in those hands. It's not like he's, some brittled hand individual who's just pillows that are just punching you or slapping you. No, he still got some pop in those hands. So Cruz needs to close that distance early. Do not let this fight go to the championship rounds. And what else? I think that's basically it. I think that's basically it. Close the distance. Don't let it go to the championship rounds. Don't let that old dog, that old vet come out and pull tricks on you. You need to go to him early. You need to attack him viciously early. You set the precedent and let him know this is what it's going. This is what it's going to be if you choose to continue with me. If you choose to step out of that corner for the following round with me, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be more of this. And go seek and destroy. Do what you've been doing. Do what got you to the dance. I really want to see, this be the fight that I'm expecting it to be. And not that I wish anything bad on Gamboa or anything like that, but I do feel like this is going to be a fight that makes a statement for Isaac Cruz that says, I am here and I'm not joking in this division. And I think this is a great opponent. But on top of that, I just think it's going to be a fireworks fight. Have you ever seen Gamboa in a boring fight? And I will make a prediction right now. You will never see Pitbull in a boring fight. So this is going to be a great fight. For however long it lasts, it will be a great fight. But that's my fight breakdown for Isaac Cruz against Gamboa. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Isaac Cruz going up against Gamboa? Basically, you know, what do you think is going to be his breakout star performance? Do you think a star will finally be made 100%, no questions asked after this fight? Do you think this will be the end of Gamboa's career? Do you think it's more competitive than what I've just stated in this video? Drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. As always, please like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel.